Alright, so Love Island has come in handy this week for something, as the question was raised, can men and women be friends with the opposite sex, or is there always a sinister motive? A poll was taken on the Love Island After Sun, and it showed only 3 members from the 100 members in the audience believed men and women can't be friends. Can they? Can they be friends?
Well, this poll, I have to argue that most people put their hand up saying, of course they can be friends. I think they're only doing that because they're on TV.
Yeah.
I think now that I'm on TV, I'm going to say yes. But if you'd asked me at 11:30 down Ryan's, I'd say fuck no.
Yeah. No, I think the thing is to remember from this poll is that they were putting their hands up in front of other people, and the peer pressure would probably kill you. And like, are people afraid to say this because it's 21st century and you can't be seen to be like old fashioned or archaic? The pressure is on to be like, oh, we're cool with everything. Like, that's liberal, man.
I bet a load of people in the audience were single.
Yeah.
And if the two of us are here and like there's a load of young ones around, and it's like, can guys and girls be friends? And they put their hands up.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll throw the hand up anyway. You know what I mean?
I wanna impress them. Can they be friends though, or is there always going to be that bit of temptation to be friends between girls? Like, I don't have many friends that are girls. I would probably say Lauren, yourself, Maura, maybe a couple of others. But like, I'd find it hard to be friends with someone who I'd be attracted to. Sorry, Lauren.
Thanks a million.
sorry, Lauren. No, you know what I mean. Like, you're grand girl.
Lovely personality.
It's said now.
Lovely personality.
Oh, this is awkward.
Okay,
viewing or listening.
There is the big question. Doesn't make a difference if that person is a lasher.
Yes, 100%.
Do you know why it's a problem though? Because if you're friends with them, you like the personality, and then if they're good looking as well, sure, like that's the perfect combination.
You like the rack.
They're ticking 2 of your boxes straight away.
Yeah. Sure, there's probably no more boxes to tick, is there?
Personality and looks.
Yeah, isn't that the perfect combination?
Oh, there's more to it than that, Lauren.
There's boxes out there.
There's boxes to be ticked. You wouldn't even know.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know you were
taking them.
Yeah.
So it does make a difference if they're a lasher.
Definitely, because like as much as you're friends with them, if you think they're a lasher, then there's a bit of cut.
Yeah.
Bit of spice.
I think if your other half says, oh, this is my friend Damien, and like Damien, God help him, is a bit of a gremlin.
Yeah.
You're probably like, oh, that's grand. And then if you're like, oh, this is my friend Damien, he's 6'2", he's pure sallow, and he's ripped to death, and all the women love him.
He's a model, yeah.
I'd be going, oh, fuck, you can't be friends with him. Genuinely, I think you would. Like, I don't know. I'm paranoid about most aspects of my life anyway. So this would be no different.
Well, is it normal then for a boyfriend and girlfriend to get jealous?
I would say, yeah, 100%. I'd be. I'm not saying I'm a jealous psychopath here, but like, if they're good looking, yeah, there would be paranoia. I would say most women out there, anybody listening to this, and most women in Ireland would say, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind, but secretly they really would.
Would it make much of a difference if she was friends with him before you got together, or if it was a new thing? So if they're friends since they were children,
yeah,
is that a bit different?
That'd be less. Yeah,
that'd be definitely less.
A new thing, you'd be like, am I not enough? Do you know what I mean? Hey, I've just brought this guy I met in the gym back for tea. He's really friendly. And has massive arms.
And then are you instantly hating him because you're like, he has intentions?
Oh, I'd slap the fucking jaw off.
I will eat his heart with the fork. Yes.
I think 100% Johnny, like what? Like, there's nobody listening to this podcast if their other half brings a fella back from the gym and just says, this is Peter from the gym.
Me new mate.
You'd be going off your head. Like, I'd be like, oh yeah, no bother, how are you, lad? And then I'd be like, can I have a word with you there? So what the fuck you doing bringing him back to the gaff? Do you know what I mean? I would 100%. Just to add a bit more to that, let's say you're going out with someone and they're like, oh, I'm still friends with my ex, and we meet up for coffee, and we just get on well, but we're just friends. There's nothing else going on. I don't like him anymore.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there and say, I don't know, does that happen anyone who doesn't have kids?
It happened to me. I'm very good friends with my ex.
Are you actually?
Yeah, we get on great. I honestly can't understand how we were ever in anything more than a friendship.
But what about when you were in a relationship? Like, you know, you obviously fancied each other. There was an attraction.
Yeah,
You know.
but now, God, ring him and I'm like, so I'm talking to this lad. I'm like, how do I approach it? And he's giving me loads of advice. It's
Yeah.
great because he's in a good position to
He's
do
at
that.
home then when he hangs up the phone, fucking bawling his eyes out.
I doubt that somehow.
And has he got a new missus?
Yeah.
And what does she think?
I don't know.
Oh, she's threatened. I tell you that now.
Well, he doesn't live in Ireland anymore, so like it's fine.
Oh,
Lauren, I
he
tell
doesn't live in Ireland.
But even when he did live in Ireland, it was grand. It's really ideal because I can ask all my girlfriends for as much advice as I want, but he actually knows me in a different light, I suppose.
Oh, fuck. I tell you. Nah, not for me. Not for me. Maybe, look, I'm probably coming across as really old fashioned here, but if a missus said to me, oh, I'm still friends with my ex, and he'll call round to the house the odd time of that, I'd be like, he will need fuck.
Well, there was a current, and I don't think he appreciated it.
What?
Well, there was someone that I would have been seeing then afterwards, and I don't think he overly appreciated that I was still friends with my ex.
And rightly so.
I thought when you said like there was a current, I thought you meant like a sultan. There was a scone. No, wait. So you broke up, and then it was like, okay, we'll still be friends. And then one day you rock up with like, oh, this is my new fella, and that changed the tone.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't like in person, but he just wasn't overly happy that I still conversed with my ex.
Yeah.
Oh, the new lad wasn't happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd find
Yeah, that
it
wasn't
a
happy.
bit strange.
Yeah, well, he definitely did.
Hence why you're not together now.
Might have been a factor.
It wouldn't be the end of the world, but like,
Whoa.
wouldn't be great.
No way, lad. No way. Don't be trying to be liberal on this podcast now. Be something like, you're telling me a bird says to you, I'm still friends with my ex. You're okay with that, are you?
Depends. Like.
No way, lad. You'd be on the phone. CIA be down there sorting that. No way. You wouldn't have that.
I knew a woman who was friends with her ex-husband, but they had kids, like, so
Yeah.
they would see each other.
Sure,
or
it'd have
whatever.
to be amicable, yeah.
And then he had a new woman, a long-term woman, and then the two women became great friends because they'd be like dropping over kids and stuff, and they became the best of friends. And the ex-husband says to her one day, look, we're actually thinking of moving out of town. And she started crying. I was like, I can't believe you're leaving. And he was like, oh my God, like, I didn't know you still had feelings for me. And she was like, not you fucking idiot. Like, I've become best friends with your new girlfriend. Like,
That's weird.
I'd find that a bit weird now.
like
As the man, like, you know, I'd be like, fuck, I hope she doesn't tell her about that time. You know?
I thought it seemed perfectly normal when I met them.
I think people who are older like that and have kids are obviously more mature and well able to manage that kind of dynamic, I suppose. Whereas, like, I'm talking here as, like, you know,
Man in his 20s.
yeah, man in his 20s just about.
As Noel would say, you still have that. Yep.
Okay, so I think it's not acceptable really to be friends with your ex in certain situations. When else is it not acceptable? What? Let's
To
say
be friends with someone in the opposite sex.
Yeah, let's say Lauren, you're going out with a fella, and
He's obviously going to be jealous you're hanging out with these two hunks.
Yeah.
let's say you're going out with a fella, and then you're friends with, say, one of his friends,
Mm-hmm.
and then you and him break up,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still friends with his friend.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's probably a bit awkward, yeah, on everyone's behalf.
That will fizzle out, I'd say.
Yeah.
That friendship will fizzle out.
But it's weird. You see, how often do you see it? Like, a fella falls for his mate's missus, like,
Yeah, because
because
he knows her.
he knows her, he gets to know her, he likes her personality, he knows she's good looking. I think that happens a lot more than people think.
Yeah, lads are often shy to talk to girls. And if, like, they see a girl who's going out with her mates, then she becomes one of the lads, and it's so easy to talk to her because there's no threat of sex.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
You probably relax, let the barriers down a bit quicker rather
Yeah.
than you would with another bird. What's the difference between same sex friendships and not, like, really? Like,
Well, it's like Lauren said there, getting advice.
yeah.
Yeah.
You need a male friend.
I think so. It's good
Like,
to
we
have
love
that
when you come in and tell
perspective.
us about your dates. Like, I'm only joking. But you know what I mean? If something happened to me in a relationship wise, it's great to have a female friend.
It is to get that like mindset and just see how a girl would approach this situation.
Do you know, it's funny, man, because Smacks has talked me into it. I watch like one episode of Love Island a week now to kind of keep up with what's going on.
Loves it.
Right? And there was one the other day where one girl, the Irish one, Yewande,
Yeah.
will Mayo win the All Ireland?
Yeah, one day.
She basically was fucking things up with the guy she was coupled with and didn't know it. And it wasn't until one of the guys who was in another solid enough couple was pulled her aside and said, look, from a man's point of view, you're making a mess of this. This is what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And she did it, and it, whatever, might work out for her. So having a male friend, I was looking at the telly just screaming, oh my God, she needs a straight male friend to pull her aside and tell her what she's doing wrong.
Yeah. In my situation anyway, I don't have many female friends, as I was saying. Like, you know, my close group of friends are all fellas, like, and that would be it. But like you were saying, Lauren, you're friends with a lot of fellas, like, and you wouldn't have a huge, you know.
Yeah, like I think even from a girl and boy perspective, I don't have a huge group of friends. Like I have my very, very close friends, and I have a couple of really close girl friends, and then I have a couple of guy friends that are they're easy to hang out with. You just call over and have a cup of tea and catch up, and there's no, like, it doesn't matter if it's been 6 weeks or it's been 6 days when you last saw them. You just catch up, make a cup of tea, go home. You mightn't see them again for 6 weeks. And I have a couple of friends that are like that, and it's just easy. And I think you avoid drama with the guys. That's the main factor.
Man, it's like a friendship booty call.
Kinda.
Yeah, it's like you're proper friends with the girls, and then it's like, I just need like a single serving dose of friendship. I just want to call in and get a quick bit of friendship there.
Do you reckon any of your male friends fancy you?
I don't think so.
Fucking 100%.
There's probably a few of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if they would like to make themselves known.
What would you do? What would you do?
No, hang on. Do you want to tell us which of your male friends do you fancy? Let's just speed this up. Let's just get it going.
What would you do if one of them said, look, I know we've been friends for a couple of years, but like, you know, let's get it on?
I don't know. Because you don't want to fuck up the friendship.
Do you think it'd be weird?
Yeah. Yeah.
Has it ever happened to you before?
There was one occasion, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Go on, we're all friends here.
Go on. Circle of trust.
There's only a few 100,000 listening now.
Including him.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Are you going to tell the story or what?
No.
Oh, okay.
He knows who he is.
He
We'll
knows.
leave it at that.
Okay. Okay.
Could I suggest that if you're friends with somebody for ages, there's probably a reason why it hasn't happened?
But what happens if they had a girlfriend for the length of time that you were friends with them?
I think somewhere down, you know,
Yeah.
I think there has to be a bit of cut, bit of attraction, a bit of sexual chemistry, or whatever you want to call it, that you can't be friends with somebody for that long and it never into your head. Like, oh my God, he was there all along and I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I must have had some idea. Yeah, I come out with a fog. Like, you know what I mean? Oh my God, I never realised this girl was really, like, had a great personality and was a lasher. Like, I never realised it.
Yeah,
Come
we've
on.
been friends for 2 years.
Come on.
So
Come
would
on.
you just what would you do? Lay it on the line. Just say, look, it's like this. I like you, Rose.
I like you. Yeah, but that's sure, you know, women, that's the wrong way to go about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the little I know about women. I remember I did it when I was younger now. I don't know. Maybe 18 or 19 or something. Girl that I was friends with, and I thought that it was like, I thought there was always a bit of cut about it.
Yeah.
And then I
Bit
said,
of
yeah,
connection.
small bit of sparks, yeah, connection. And then I said it to her one night, we were out, and she was like, oh, that's so sweet. And I was like, oh, shit. So I think, would you be better and just see does it happen, like, an old shift, like, or something?
I think there is definitely lads out there who are like in love with their friend, you know, their girlfriend, you know, and they live their whole life in the friend zone. And I think like that's pointless.
Yeah.
Rather you go to them and say, look,
Yeah.
I like you. I really like you. You know, do you think there's a chance of me and you? She says no. You say, grand, never talk to her again.
Yeah, fine.
It's way easier rather than living your whole life.
No, I think try it because you never know what's going to happen.
I'd be saying to any lads out there, you know, try it.
But the flip side of that is I have some great guy friends, and I'm like, I wish I was attracted to you.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
So you're
that's
like, I
different.
know you're a really good guy, and I know you like treat a girl well. I'm like, I wish that spark was there.
But then sometimes, you know, it's not all about being a nice guy. Fella want to have a bit of cut about.
Mm.
A little bit.
Bit
Not
of
too much.
bit of Danny Zuko, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Bit of fire.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be saying.
Now this is funny because there was a study of undergraduate opposite sex friends. This took place in a college in America, 88 pairs, right? And somebody answers, the men were much more attracted to their female friends than vice versa. I'm going to say no surprise there.
Yeah.
No surprise.
And it was men were also more likely than women to think that their opposite sex friends were attracted to them. A misguided belief.
I
So-
fully agree with that as well. Yeah, I would say you fellas are blind. They're convinced everybody likes.
Yeah, she fancies me.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah.
And men's estimates of how attractive they were to their female friends had virtually nothing to do with how these women actually felt, and almost everything to do with how the man themselves felt. So basically, the males assumed that any romantic attraction they experienced was mutual, and they were blind to the actual levels of romantic interest felt by their friends.
But that's just men in general. I think men are like, do you fancy me? No. And then they're like, yeah, you do. It's like, no, I don't. But you do a small bit, don't you? And it's like, no. She's only saying that now. Fellas are trust us, men. We are deluded as a tribe, I would say.
Yeah, because it says that females were not attracted to their male friends. They assumed this lack of attention was this lack of attraction was mutual. Yeah, but we're going to call bullshit on this.
Yeah, that's you see what it is. There is women won't say anyway. Women are very much more closed, I think, than men when it comes to something like this.
Yeah, by the study, women constantly underestimated the level of attraction felt by their male friends to them.
Yeah.
But that's just women.
That's women not trusting people.
Yeah.
So that's we see here. Their answers were kept confidential. So basically, this study was carried out. Men were brought into a room, and someone said, "Look, tell us the truth, and I promise you, we're not going to tell anyone." And men went, "Grand, okay, so." and then the women came into the room and they said, "Look, tell us the truth. We're not going to tell anyone." And they said, "You'll definitely tell someone."
Yeah.
That's the difference. So they're keeping their cards
This
closer.
was a scientific study, so I would imagine that wouldn't have happened.
No,
Johnny.
science and women don't matter.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Science goes out the gap. When
Yeah.
one woman comes into the room, science goes out the window.
Yeah.
Because you say to a woman, "Oh, do you think your male friend fancies you?" And she's like, "Ah, no, probably not." Like, just trying to be,
Playing hard to get.
and being a bit humble, you know. But it's like, be real, be honest with yourself. Like, some of your male friends probably do fancy you.
100%. Sleeping with your friend, right? Social network Meet Me polled 6,500 of its users and found that more than half of people said they had fantasized about sleeping with their best friend of the opposite gender.
Shit.
What's more, nearly 40%, which is obviously 4 out of 10,
Quick maths.
reported actually having slept with their best friend, while 2/3 admitted they would if the opportunity presented itself. So, are people paranoid? Are people right to be paranoid with the whole men and women being friends? Because here, from a study of 6,500 people, 40% slept with their best friend
Of the opposite sex.
of the opposite sex.
Yeah, that can't be ignored.
That
Yeah.
cannot be ignored. While 2/3 admitted they would if they got the chance.
Can I slightly put a spanner in the works here? What if it was the same sex? Would that worry you?
It must be difficult. Like, say, if you're a gay man and you have obviously a boyfriend, and all of his friends are men as well. That must be tough for gay men. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what if? Oh, sorry. If all of his friends are other gay men.
But even just like if you have your girlfriend and your girlfriend's hanging out with her girlfriends and there was something going on there, would you be looking at this completely differently?
I think I'd know if my girlfriend was gay.
But you know, this could be a bit of experimentation.
Do you know what? Class. Do you know, she says, "Oh, I like my friend.
I like
Bring
your
her
friend.
over there and we
Yeah.
watch Love Island. I think she's grand as well."
You know what I mean?
No,
Love-
I hadn't really
Love
thought.
triangle.
I hadn't really thought of it now, Lauren, like that. But you have thrown an absolute spanner in the works. But if anything, this poll of 6,500 people has heightened my paranoia. 40% of people of the opposite sex who are friends have slept together. That is enough. This should be case closed.
Yeah, because it also says that feeling attracted to a cross-sex friend was associated with lower levels of satisfactions in one's romantic relationship, particularly amongst middle-aged adults who were likely to be married. So if you're not happy in your own relationship, you start to fancy your opposite-sex friend more.
Yeah, that happens.
No.
That's how affairs start.
No.
No. I tell you, well, lads, we're sorting out this. But can we sum it up then?
Okay, Johnny, for one thing I would ask you is we have got a couple of messages in over the years of mostly teenage guys. I have a female friend. I think there's something there. Should I go for it? I normally tell them to try and inch forward. You know, you're having the crack with her, having the bands with her, but does it? You got to get out of the friend zone. Is there a little bit of cut there? You know, and eventually I tell them, yeah, go on, go for it.
Yeah, don't know, to help people out there, I would say if you are friends with the opposite sex and you like them, just tell them. What's the worst that can happen? They reject you. Grand, you move on.
And if you really were friends, then it wouldn't overtly affect the friendship. You should be able to talk about it and be comfortable talking about it.
You can't die wondering, lads. No. What if I made that move? Like, you know, if you're like, it's the classic, you know, pure Notting Hill job, like, or, you know, one of these British romantic films where she's walking down the aisle and, you know, her male best friend is going, oh, that could have been me.
Except I'm a sap.
I never said it. So just like, probably bring her out. I would say, you know, say to her, oh, do you want to meet up for a drink? Go for a little drink. And then after a couple of drinks, be like, I fancy the pants off you. And then like the next day she's like, oh, do you remember what you said last night? You're like, no. Always have a backup plan. But say it. Like, you can't go on like that not saying it.
Learn?
I think it should be said.
Yeah.
What's there to lose? Life is too short.
Lauren's phone is lighting up there at the moment. Just a load of DMs. Okay, so can men and women be friends? Yes or no?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes reluctantly because of peer pressure.
Obviously, statistically, there's an issue with it.
Yeah.
Only 1/3 of this study said that they wouldn't shag them.
Yeah. So lads and ladies out there, be wary.